Hello everyone and welcome to this exciting new series of Rhino and Grasshopper. My name is Amir Ahmed. I'm an Egyptian architect, computational designer and co-founder of Exact Architecture Studio. In the last, let's say, couple months, we created three series. The first one were the Morpheus Hotel. I created this envelope and I explained how I did it in two webinars, and the file for it is available on Patreon. The second series were the complex tower. We started it from scratch and it took almost 15 hours of explaining and designing and creating all of these clusters, which contains hundreds of components, and they are also available on Patreon, and they are explained in detail, so you can find it on my channel. Also, we created this the third series, which were the vertical urbanism. Also, a lot of complex different types of units and how to morph them together and join them into sub-D, one whole sub-D building. Also, the script and the Rhino file are available on Patreon. So special thanks for all my Patreon supporters. Now we are 8, so thank you so much. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button before we start, so you will get everything for every new webinar we will get. Today will be the English version, so it will be mostly for everyone. Tomorrow will be the Arabic version, so it will be specifically for my Arabic friends, because they asked me to do an Arabic series, so I decided to do it twice. So let's start. Today we will create this from scratch. Let me hide this. Yeah, we will create this from scratch, and it's not so much. It's basically a symbol, but also we will be concerned about the seats. We would like to know how to create them and how to evaluate them to check if they are great to play with. We would like to see if the eye proximity and the touchline proximity and the C value of the stadiums. We will talk a little bit about the BowlBuilder, which is a great component, a great plugin for Grasshopper. So let's start. Before we start, I would like to go to, let's click here and click food for Rhino and go to BowlBuilder. This is it. It's working pretty well with Rhino 5 and Rhino 6. Rhino 7, it's working, but has some kind of a little bit of issues. So we will try to avoid the issue parts. But for now, this is what it does. It creates the stadium seats, and it creates also the evaluations for each type of stadium seats, and we will talk about all of this. So let's start. Also, you can follow this this YouTube video right here, which is great to install and to give you an introduction. So make sure to watch this. After you download it and install it in your Rhino, let's start. So I will start from scratch. So for now, I will delete all of this. No, let's start a new file. Okay, don't save this and start meters. Okay. And because of this, I will start a new file. Yep. So now we have our file fresh in Rhino and fresh in Grasshopper. Okay, so first of all, I would like to jump into the BowlBuilder. First of all, I would like to reduce this a little, just it doesn't show in the other monitor. Okay, and I think the stream health is kind of working. Okay, so let's go to the BowlBuilder, which is not showing because I have too many plugins. Yeah, it's right here. Okay. So first of all, you have a lot of options, but for now I would like to get a BowlBuilder sucker field, which is this. So I would like you can see this one, which is Olympic track. It doesn't show. Let's preview. Yeah, it's basically the these ones with the running track around it. In here you have the hockey field. Let's delete those. You have the hockey field. You have this one, the rugby field. You have also the basketball, which is kind of small. But for now, I would like to use this one. And also I can edit it. For now, you can see that you can enter multiple numbers, and each number will contain a specific will deal with a specific let's say a value, and you can adjust it. But for now, I will keep it as it is. You can make a genome, a gimbal, and input this one in here, and manipulate it. But for now, I will ignore all of this and keep it as the same thing. And let's start. After you select whatever kind of stadium you want to do, whatever kind of field you want to do. After that, you want to create the outline that will hold the stadium together, the seats, the outline for the seats. So you have multiple options. For now, you have this, but once you input this touch line here, you will find that the touch line will fit around the field itself. So for now, let's select we will try multiple options, but for now let's try this or this one is not showing. It's basically a width and length. It's let's say it's an oval shape, but you need to input a specific numbers for it, so we will ignore it. This is the rectangular shape. It's basically the same, but with some kind of an opening at the edges, and also without the chamfers. This is the soap outline, which we will deal with it because I think it's the best for now. And also you have another options. You have, for instance, you have the round. You have this one. Maybe we will hide those. Preview off. You have this one also. You will have multiple options, but for now I would like to work with the soap. This is the soap. Let me show the the bifocal, just because it will be easier. Okay, so now we would like to move on from we created the soap outline and also the sucker field. So now we would like to make the seats, but before we make the seats, we would like to there is something in BowlBuilder. Let me go again. Is it possible to move it? No. Okay, for now. There is something in here called the assemble bowl. We will deal with that. But before we do that, we would like to get the polygonized, because once you get this shape, you can see that it's dividing your field. It's dividing your field into a specific segments, which will be easier to make a specific block of concrete with a straight line, instead of creating it with wave lines. So we need to crack it into a segments. So this is the best one for it. And the segments in here, we can manipulate it. For now, let me tell you something really important. In here we have 3 kind of segments. Let's go to the top, maybe it will be easier. Yeah, we have this huge arc, and this small let's say fillet, and this second arc. So we have 3 types of arc in here. So if I want to edit them, or want to edit the divisions on them, I would like to create a genome, Jenny ball, and double click, change this to 3, and the decimals, I would like to make them 0, because I don't want to deal with them. I want them to be like this, but it's a huge number, so let's make it at 10 maximum, maybe. Yeah, 10 will be fine. And you can see that there is a segment in here, and this segment I would like to enter this, and I can change how many offsets, how many segments in here in the big curve, and how many, let's make it 9. Yeah, and in here you can see that this is the corner. So 5 looks fine, because I want more divisions, or maybe 4. Yeah, let's keep it 5. And in here we have so many segments, so let's keep them 6 or 7 maybe. Yeah, it looks fine. Anyway, so this is how much segments we need to edit these things. You can specify a length for it, or you can add a text, but for now I don't care about that. I only care about the outline and we created. Okay, so before we move on, I would like to present those. So I would like to move this down here. Okay, and first of all, I would like to get the dimension for the track, for this field, sorry. And what I would like to do is basically simple. I would like to go to here, and there's something called BowlBuilder geometric information, and you need just to get the shape, not the shape. Actually, I will not do this because it will make it confusion. Okay, so let's get this one. Okay, and explode this touch line, which is basically the rectangle. And I would like to select the first item, list item, the first item and the second item, which is basically this one and this one, and make a dimension of them. Okay, so I will go to, let's say, DIM dimension. I would like linear dimension. Let's make it a line. A line dimension. Yeah, a line is better. Okay, because it's general, and you can take whatever you want from it. So I would like to get the endpoints for both of them. So this one and this one get me the endpoints for all of them, and the start for will be here and the end will be in here. So now I have the dimension, but as you can see it's right here, and I don't want it like that. I want it to be outside, and I want it to look bigger. So the offset in here is 1. I would like to make it, let's say, -5 maybe. Now it's outside, and the size of it, this is the text dimension, this is how you want your text to look like. In here you can see it's let me show you in perspective. Yeah, it's 105.00. So I would like to reduce this, for instance. So now I can simply set the text instead of 00. Let's make it 10, or remove all of the zeros. No, I don't need them. So it will be like this, and maybe remove the comma, the dot, sorry. So it will look like this, maybe. Or I can make it only 1 or 2. For now it looks fine. So in here the size is 1, maybe we can make it 5. And yeah, so now you want to present this. I would like to present this because at the end I would like to make an evaluations. Like I showed you at the beginning. So I will go to custom preview, but I would like to this line weight, and get me the curves in here. This is the curves, and the shed in here I would like it to be let's say 5. I'm sorry, this is the colors. The shader is the colors. This is the thickness. The thickness will be 5, and this is the absolute. I would like to make it invert. So if I go from here to here, you can see that this is 5, which is huge. Now I can reduce this, make it 1. 1 is perfect, maybe. Yeah, 1 is looking fine. Okay. And of course I'd like maybe one of them should be red and one of them should be green, maybe. So or maybe red and blue. So for now let's go to swatch, and for now select this to be the red one, and make another copy, and this one should be blue. So maybe we can move, yeah, like this, which is this one. Okay. After this, I'd like to preview this off and simply make this a cluster. But before I right click on it and preview the content. So whenever I use this cluster, I can now simply select the first line to be this one, and the second line to be this one, which will basically select these with the axes. So now I can show actually the first line should be this. Yeah, so now I can show whatever I have in here with the same, you know, as a type of a presentation. You know, at the end maybe we can make this shaded, and of course let's hide the grid. Let's go to the grid and the C plane, yeah, and simply select this and right click and zoom. So now we have this like that. Maybe we can click on this just so it look green, and now we have this image. We can save it and use it for our evaluation presentation. Now let's move on from this part, because this part we will create it, we will do it multiple times, but for now let's make this as a group. Okay, so now we have this. After that we would like to create the arc dimension. So let's hide this for now. We would like to create the arc dimension for this, for this shape. Now let's hide this. I would like to get the arc, how long this arc is, so I can simply select all of this, Control C, Control V. But instead of this, I would like to remove all of this for now and simply select, yeah, this shape. And actually, I don't need all of this, and simply select arc dimension. And in here you will have your arcs, so simply input them, and now again you will have your arcs with a small offset or something like that. So maybe we can Control C, Control V, and this is the offset, how much offset it's inside. So you need to remove this, so it will be outside. And again, this should be the size of the text. Yeah, in here it's too much, so let's keep it 3 maybe. Yeah, 3 looks 3 looks fine. And again, for the evaluation, you can show this with the preview on, with these instead. So now you will have your green field. Maybe you can select this. Yeah, it will look much better. And you will have your green field, and with your dimension and everything around it. So for now, let's hide this. So now we have our arc dimension. Control G. We can get the centers for these arcs. So to get the center, we need to Control C, Control V. Ignore all of this. Okay, and we already have the arcs, so we simply going to deconstruct arc. Yep, this one. Maybe we'll make it a little bit down. Okay, and we would like to get the start and the end, so we will call it endpoints. Okay, and after that we would like to go to the arc dimension. Actually, not arc dimension, I think it's angular dimension. Yeah, angular dimension. So the angular dimension, you will get this is the base, which is the origin point for each arc. So this is it, and this is the A, which is the start and the end of each arc, and you will get your arcs right like this. So you can this is the reflex. If you hit it, you will get the opposite arcs, which is not what you want. In here you will have the text and the size, and you will have them right here, each one. Okay, each let's say each arc. In here let's say 2.5. Yeah, so the numbers will be a little bit presentable. And again, let's preview this off and group. Okay, so these are just to show let's say the dimensions and how wide your field, how big, what's the dimension for everything. So this is just a quick presentation. And also you can select you can, yeah, I'd like to show this. You can select the numbers in here. You can number them and select the numbers, which is basically right here. So we would like to get, let's say what, yeah, there's something called the text tag. Yeah, text tag 3D. I would like to get the length. This is the L, which is the location. I think it's yeah, the location, and this is the text. So you will have the text right here. So if I go to the top, actually no, let's go to in here, but we need to make this a little bit bigger. So the size should be 5. 5 is too much, but for now make it 4. 3, yeah, 3 should be fine. No, make it 2. And you can simply show what you want to show right here. I think it's the segment, the order of the segments, starting from here, which is 0, and moving on to 51. And again, this one should be right here also with a group, so we can group it. And now we are done with this. Maybe we can, in here you can add a color for it. So if I selected something like yeah, let's add a swatch, not you, swatch right here. And by the way, this is the justification. You can right click and check where your text should be. In here it's bottom left. Maybe you can make it middle center, you know. Actually middle center looks better, so I'll keep it middle center. And it's white, so okay. These are just to show your let's say dimension and everything. After that, I would like to move on to go back to BowlBuilder. So let's hide this and let's move on. So now let's go back to BowlBuilder. After creating this, we created first this one and this one, and now we polygonized it. After polygonizing it, we would like to create the seats, which is right here, the bowl section. So the bowl sections requires the touch line, which is right here, and the outline, which is right here. And after that, you want the seat distances. So we want a specific distance for it. For now, let's go to the front and make this black, shaded, and hide the grid for now. Actually keep this, okay, or maybe no. So for now we will have our section looking like this. So I would like to work with it. I would like to edit it, because this is not realistic for me. We need to make this a little bit closer to each other, and also maintaining the specific a specific number for a C value. The C value, let's go to here. Let's go to here and simply type a C value stadium design. So the C value in stadium design is basically yep, come on, yeah, I think this one is better. The C value is basically this distance between someone's eye level and how much above his head can someone else see. So the more you increase the distance in here, the more you increase this, the more you will have a better C value, and people can watch. But of course, you don't want your stadium to be so high, so it will be super expensive with no need for that. So we need to reduce to work with some numbers that we can deal with. So now we will jump to here, and we would like to create a specific rows for before I move on. In here you will have the close to the field, and in here should be the, let's say, the VIB with the better C value, and in here you will have the other crowd. You will have three levels. In the middle should be usually will be the VIB ones. Okay, so I would like to create a specific rows for each one. So in here now we will, let's grab a genome like this, Control C, Control V, and let's double click, and in here let's make it 20, 30. Let's make it 25 maximum. Yeah. Before I move on, let's type 5. This is shows you if I go low, so this is how much it crumbles. If I go wider, it will make it it will reduce the height, which is great. So for now, let's make it 5. And how many in each seat, how many levels in each group. So now I would like to make it yeah, this is too much. Maybe we can make it 10 or 15. 15 should be fine. The second one should be 5 or 6 or something small, maybe 8. And in here we can make this 15 as well, maybe 20. Okay, so now we will input this. So now I adjusted my numbers like this. Maybe 20 is too much, make it, yeah, 18, 15. As you can see, now I'm editing the top one. If I edit this, it will be editing the middle one. If I edit this, I will be editing the lower one. So for now, let's make it 15, 15, and this one should be let's say 7, 6. Yeah, because the middle one I don't want it to be too many, because it will be only VIB. And after that, I would like to yeah, I would like to deal with the cantilevers. Maybe we can edit the cantilevers. So Control C, Control V, and the cantilevers, maybe, of course I don't want the cantilevers to look like that. The less cantilevers, yeah, let's make it all like 3. This is the first cantilever. As you can see, this is how much I need for the first cantilever. So for now, let's make it 3 or 5. 3 should be fine, and the second one should be 2. Of course, there is no third one, so in here I would like to make it only 2. Okay, so now I will have I have my cantilevers. After that, I can control the C value. So these are the seats. I would like to control the C value. The usual number for C value in FIFA, the minimum, I think it's 0.06. So for those seats and those seats, I will put the minimum, but for the VIB seats, I will put it a little bit higher than that. So for now, let's double click. Maybe select something like this, but in here I will double click. The maximum should be, let's say, 0.2 or something, and the decimals should be 2. Yeah, so now I will have 3 numbers with maximum points of 0.2, and Yeah, it's already done. That's perfect. So the middle one, no. This one and this one should be 0.06, which is the minimum of C value. And after that, we can increase it. So if I input this one in here, you can see that the C value, which is distance is low, but the C value in here, which is this distance, is higher. And those people, those I don't know, crowd, those fans will watch the game with a better view. And again, you will come back in here and you will have a smaller value again. So this is it for the seats, or for the section of the seats. Now I would like to create the seats. So how should we do this? Now we have this thing which called a symbol. Now let's, before I click it, now we have the stadium, we have this, yeah, and we have the segmented. For now I will preview this off. So in here I would like to get the outline. The outline is here, and the axis is here, and the section info, this is the section info right here. I will input this one in here, and now I will have my own stadium. Stadium is almost ready, but it's curves for now, it's not a pyramid. Okay, so now from this section, once I edit this section right here, I can edit everything in here. And because I polygonized this this way, it's, as you can see, it's sliced that way. So now let's preview this off, and now this is the sections. Yep, perfect. There is something really important before we move on. We can select this. Yeah, in here you can, the output is not a pyramid, it's false. If I turn it to true, it will take a little moment and give me a pyramid. For now I will go to high quality and select the white one because it will be showing much better, I hope. Okay, maybe a custom preview. Custom preview, show me the the stand, and make it a swatch, and preview all of this off, and go to rendered view. Yep, it will look like this. So this is the stadium seats that we created so far, and this is the field and everything. So I'd like to from all of this, I'd like to get exactly what I need to evaluate, to see how much these seats are working. Am I designing a better stadium or what? Thank you, Abdurrahman. Thank you so much. Okay. For now, I'll remove this. This is just to show, and go back to the shaded view. Okay. Okay. Yeah. The output BRIP is right here. It's true. Let's preview this off. Preview this on, and I can Control C, Control V. This is the seats. The seats is basically, let's select, the seats is basically curves. So if I showed these right here, come on, it's true. Hello. Let's preview this off. Maybe it doesn't show. Why this is not working? Aha, this is not working because we didn't input a seat module. I'm sorry. So we need to go back to BowlBuilder and select this one, which is a seat type. So this is the seat. We will have two types of seats. Again, let's go back to this one, preview on, and go to the front. We will have two types of seats. Seats for the VIB, and seats for everything else. So now let's create our seats. So now we will have two types, Control C, Control V. And after that, I would like to create the seats. For now, I would like to create how the width of each seat, the width and the depth, which is basically, let's say, 0.4 or 0.45 maybe. Let's make it a 0.45. Double click and make it this one, and 0.45. Actually, let's keep it 0.4 for now. Okay, and simply input this right here, and the gap between the seats should be, let's say, 0.1. It will be a small gap, but for the VIB, I would like to create this one should be 0.5 by 0.5, and for the gap, I would like to create it 0.2. So now I have this and this. Actually, I'm sorry. This is the width and the depth, and this also the width and the depth. Okay. Um, Before I move on, I need to make sure that this will get to those seats in the middle, and this will get to everything else. So I would like to select these seats in here. So if I want to do that, I would like to simply select create a series, because I would like to select a specific seats, and I would like to go to, you see this, not this one. Yep, this one. You see this one? I would like to select the first item and the second item from this list, which is the rows. Let's say list li item, list item, yeah. So now I will select, this is the first item, which is 15. The second item should be 7. So if I set start from 15 and move on to 7 rows, so now I will ignore the first 15 and get only those 7, and these are the rows that I want to get. So this is it. Okay, and after that I will merge those, merge this one and merge this one. Okay, and input those right here into the seat module. So I should get a seats. Yeah, now I get seats. So if I go to here and simply click on this, you can see that I have the seats right here. You can see that these are the small seats, and these are the wider seats, the VIB seats, and after that the other seats. Okay, and I would like to output the eyes, because the eyes is basically a points, but the points will help me to evaluate everything I did so far and figure out how to work with them. So now I will get this one is beer, so I can simply select it. Yep, and after that you will have your seats, and again after that you will have your eyes. So that's perfect. Maybe you will move this right here. Okay, perfect. So now we have our seats. Preview off. We can move this a little bit, yeah, because Okay, I don't like this mess. Okay, perfect. So now we have our seats. We have our. By the way, the points are above the seats with the specific numbers because it's the eye level of each of these fans. So now I have those. I would like to jump to. By the way, we can cut those, but it will not help us a lot. But I can show it real quickly. There's in here something called go back to BowlBuilder. We can go get the oval shape. Maybe not the oval shape. We can get the rounded rectangle, maybe. Okay, and simply select the touch line, which is right here, and go to the top. You can, let's hide this, and let's go to the shaded view. I'm sorry, hide this and this. Okay, so now preview this off and preview this off. Okay, so I would like to cut this this shape right here that we created before I let's ignore the period for now. Okay, and preview on. I would like to cut this period right here with this curves. I'm sorry, let's hide those. Preview this off and preview this off. Okay, so I would like to cut these seats with a specific type, like we saw on the website. So we can input this one in here, and you can see that it cuts a specific area. But for now, I'd like to increase those. So in here it's basically 8, and in here it's basically 8. So I need a bigger number. So now let's say 25. Yep, so 25 is better in here, and another 25 in here. Yeah, so that's basically great. We can maybe select the soap instead of this and select, yeah, the soap should be looking much better. Select the touch line again, the distance, yeah, input this one instead of, yep, this is the soap, and ignore this. Maybe you can select an angle. Yeah, the angle is different from this, but in the case of the soap, you can see that it's cutting the inside. I would like to cut the outside, so I can flip this curve and simply go to the perimeter. Now my seats will look like this. If I enabled this one, you can see that my stadium will look like this. So I think it's pretty cool, but unfortunately for the evaluations we need it without perimeters. But for now, maybe you need to create your stadium looking like this. So I think it will be pretty cool. So I will keep this. And now we will again we will enable all of this. Come on, it take a little while because it's heavy. And now I would like to work with all of this. Okay, so in here now we have the usage, we have the geometry, and we have the assemble bowl. After that we have the evaluation, which exactly what we want to work with. For now, let's try this the C value. I would like to know the C value of my my work in here, what does it look like? So in here, I would like to select the eyes and the touch line. Here is the touch line, but because I will use it a lot, I will go to here and simply select those curves and move it right here, and simply make a group and right click and type TOUCHLINE. Touch line. Actually, I would like to capitalize this. Yeah. So now I will have my touch line, and I would like to make it hidden. So I will use this a lot. So I will like to make this right here. It will take a moment because it's calculating the C values for each one. And I would like to see what I have done. Okay, and maybe I'd like to get this one. Control C, Control V. Keep this one right here. Okay, and make this also. This is the eyes. Maybe a group again. Right click the eyes. Okay, and wire hidden. Okay, so now we have the touch line and we have the C value. Okay, after that, I would like to evaluate this or show the results in colors, because I would like to know which seats are pretty good in uh, to watch the game based on the C value. So now I would like to simply go to gradient and select the C values and put them in here. And the minimum should be 0.06. And the maximum should be 0.15 or zero point 0.2. I don't remember. Yeah, 0.15. So this is the maximum for it. And custom preview, CUS. So I will simply select the points right here. I'm sorry, the points right here, and input this one in here. So I can preview them with this color, but it's not showing me so much. So I can select this one maybe. Yeah, but instead of this, we can simply reverse these colors. So the green should be the high, and the red should be the low. So it will look like this. So now this is the C value of my seats. Based on this number, you can see that this is the best seats. As you can see, the VIB is almost all of them are viewing the game pretty high. These ones, the blue, sorry, the yellow ones are not so much, and the red ones almost. The view is not very good for them. So for this one, for this evaluation, it's basically this. So now we will do the same thing. Okay. Don't take so much. Okay, so now we have these. We can move them a little bit here. Control we are almost an hour. Okay, I'll try to move faster and group this. So this is for the C value. Okay. After finishing this, preview off, and you can now you have your own your C value in here presentation. You can simply zoom and double click and simply save, capture to file, and save it wherever you want. Now you have your C value evaluation. After that, we would like to go back to here, select another thing, which is called, let's say, center proximity. Okay, center proximity only requires the eyes, which is basically the points. And again, I would like to select this. Control C, Control V. Actually, I'd like to copy all of this. Control C. Okay, Control V. Come on. I did it twice. Okay, so let's move this away and ignore it. Or we will need it, so let's actually we will not need it. Okay, so ignore this and ignore this and this. Now I will have the eyes, but instead of now I will input this one in here, but instead of getting a specific maximum or minimum, we can simply go to let's say yeah, bounds, BOU, get me the maximum and minimum, and after that the maximum and minimum for everything. So I need to flatten this and deconstruct domain, and simply input this one in here and input this one in here. So now I will have my numbers for the eye proximity. So this is the second evaluation. By the way, you can select the best view that you need. For now, let's say this one, and go to here and save it. Let's say evaluations. Okay, so now whenever you move on and check something out and you want to go back to here, so you can save your evaluation. Let's preview this off and preview this off. Now you can go back and save this, for instance, or save this. You can do whatever you want with those. So I would like to Control C, Control V. You can do this for all your necessary evaluations you need. So now we will have the horizontal field of view. Select, input this one in here, input this one in here, and add to group. You can see that this is the horizontal field of view. You can simply type this in Google, followed by Stadium Design, and you will get exactly like we did in here. What is the C value? What is the other things that you need? So now this add to group. Okay. After that, preview this off. Control C, Control V. The horizontal, maybe you can select this one. This one is horizontal field of view. This one is the horizontal view angle. This one, yeah, this one, by the way, requires a touch line with this one. So we need to get the touch line for those. This is the touch line. And this is the touch line. Again, let's see them. Yep, it's looking fine. Let's preview this off. Yeah, and in here, this is the horizontal field of view. And in here, this is the eyes. And this is the outline. The outline is way out there. Today is a little messy because it's not easy to cluster all of these. You need to see them. Okay, where's the outline? Yeah, the outline is here, and the axis, which is here. Okay, don't take so much time. Okay, perfect. We need to save this because I'm not sure about the Rhino thing. So let's go to the okay, Stadium 1.0, and input this one in here and input this one in here and let it evaluate whatever he wants to evaluate. Add to group and show me this. So this is the angles. By the way, some of them needs to be flipped. So you need to go to here and select this one right here. So in this case, this angle is perfect to watch the game, and these angles are not great to watch the game. So, you know, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. We need one more for the evaluations. So, which one should we get? I think the touch line. Yeah, we didn't do the touch line, which is an important one. Requires the eyes and the touch line. And again, copy all of this. Control C, Control V. Come on. I don't know why this one is heavy, but we will ignore it for now. Okay, so we will remove this and simply select this one and this one. Okay, so yeah, this one is right here. Add to group, and you can check them all. Preview off for now. What I did I set enable? Okay, I need to wait a little bit because I clicked enable instead of preview off, so it will process all of that, all of these again. Yeah, and now we are back. Preview off, and after that, yeah. After we finished all of what we need as an evaluation, we need to combine all of them together. So we will get the final evaluation from all of this. So we can get this one right here with which is the combined evaluation, and we need this one right here, which is the importance of the evaluation. Okay, so we need this to everyone. So this is the value. And the domain is basically this thing right here, but in this case, because I have these numbers, so I will simply create a domain. So let's say domain construct domain, yeah. And this is the start, and this is the end, and this is the domain. And the importance is basically let's say how much important this number, this value for the final evaluation. For now, I will make this, let's say, a 0.2, maybe. It's just a number. Maybe we can edit it later. Okay. And this is the first one. So I will add it to this group, and I would like to do the same thing. So again, grab me these, and this is the values, and this is the domain, and add a specific number. Let's say 0.1, 0.2. Okay. Add this to this group. We need to copy and paste all of this. Again, get me these values and get me these. Yep, and add it to this group. Control-C, Control-V. Get me those values and get me this domain, and add it to this group, and Control-C, Control-V. Add to this group. Okay. So the first one, I'd like to make it 0.4 because I want it to be a little bit bigger. The second one 0.2, 0.2, and in here maybe 0.1, 0.1. So in here you can choose what is your important evaluation, or what's the level of importance for your evaluations. And after that we can simply make something called mass addition. Mass addition is basically collecting all of these numbers that we created. This the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth. This is just to show that the result should be 1. If we increase this, maybe we can add a panel. So let's okay, and input this one. Yep, and right click and maybe, or zoom. Yeah, make it a plane. Make it, yeah. Which one? I think, yeah, look like this. Zoom again and ignore this one and make it in the middle. Yep, and increase the size of it a little bit. Yep, so now if I zoom on and get my number like this, so now the numbers should be 1. If I increase this one, for instance, it will be more than 1. I don't need that. I only need it 1. So let's keep it like this. Okay, so now these are the values. I would like to merge these. So this is the first, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth. Okay, and after merging them, input all of these data in here. Ignore this and import all of these data in here. So now we have this thing right here to evaluate. So now I'd like to get okay, I'd like to hide this. So again, meta hopper, and go to here, select it, right click and hidden, and ignore it. Okay, so now I'd like to get these points. Yeah, I would like to visualize these points based on the data from here. So what I want to do is basically select this with this, with this, with this. Yep, and Control-C, Control-V. I'd like to get all of these, but get me this data with this values. Yep. Okay. And of course, I think the points from anywhere, so we can select the original points, or Control C, Control V, get me those points, and yep, make them in here. And simply select these points, maybe up a little. Okay, and the final evaluation should be in another theme of colors, so maybe you can make it like this and simply preview on, and now you will have the final the final seats. The darker the seats, the better. Or maybe you can select another one like this, so the lighter the better. Or maybe we can select, usually they select this one, which is the blue one is the better, and the more darker ones, it means that it's not the best way to do it, the best seats. Usually in the stadiums, sometimes you can see that the seats, as I showed before, are cut on these parts, or make some entrances because they are not the favorite seats. So now we have our seats, we have our evaluation, we have everything in here. We need to also make this hidden, yep, because this is just a show. Okay, and add this as a group, add this as a group. What is Control F? Add this as a group. Okay, and preview all of this off. Again, we can show this one, preview on, double click, and double click on the evaluation, and save it for later. But for now, let's preview all of this off, and we are done for this part, and we are done for this part. We need just to grab this and bake it, maybe, and yeah, bake it in here on the default, and preview everything off. Maybe show this. Yep. So now we have our things right here. So now I think we are maybe done for today for Grasshopper, but we will start to jump in Rhino and work on something on the skeleton on the outside. So it will not take so much long. So I will simply go to the top. By the way, I need the shaded view to be the normal, not color. So use the application setting and show the grid. Okay, and the grid itself, I'd like to make it 5. So go to the grid and make the snap should be 5, and this should be 5 because I want my grid to look bigger, and the spacing look bigger. Yeah, I think it will be helpful. And in here also in the front, show me the grid, sorry, the grid, and again 5 and 5, and show. Okay, yeah, that should be looking great. Okay, so now I have my seats. I need to create the skeleton. Let's go to the top. Maybe I can show the grid in here. Yep, and again grid, make it 5 and 5. So it will look, yeah, it will look much bigger. And in here, let's go to here, just make this red so I can see it. File, save. Okay. So there's something in subd called multi-pipe subd, which is an amazing amazing command or component or whatever you call it. And basically, what it does is making any sort of uh, curve like this into a sub D pipe. So if I said this is the radius, okay, 1 is enough, cap doesn't matter because it's closed. And the curve segments, if it's 0, there will be uh, no separations between it. Okay, it's 1, so I will show you why it's why 1 matters. Okay, and enter. So this is the result of this symbol thing. So the amazing thing, if these curves are intersecting, so for now I will ignore this and make something like this from this to here, and select it again and go to sub D, multi-pipe, and selected the radius. Maybe I need to make it a little bit bigger, so I will hit 2 and cap, okay, segment 1, so it will look like this. So this is the trick to create the skeleton of the stadium. So what we will do right now is simply ignore all of this, and we will create our own set of curves that will form the stadium itself. So I will go to the top and starting to create. For now I will hide this, and I would like to see it as a curves, maybe edge beer up, or maybe just show it like this. Okay, no, maybe get me only the edges, edge beer up. Okay, yep, because I want to see through. And simply go to here, select those, and whatever you are selecting, let's say for instance in this, I would like to select this, yep, which is basically this, and I would like to select maybe 1 2 3 4 5, something like this. And again I would like to select the same curve in here, and I would like to select 1 2 3 4 5 in here, and close it. So this is the first set of curves that I will create today. Again I will create something starting from here to here, and ignore these two, and another one here, and go like this, ignore these two, go like this, ignore, get one in here, and ignore these, get one in here, get this one, get this one, and get this one. Okay, so now I have these. Let's go to the front. Before let's go to here, and select this one, move it up like this, and select only those points and move them a little bit down, like 2 or something like that. So now I have this curve right here. So let's go to the front, make it a little bit down. Okay, so that's perfect. Maybe I don't need all of these points, but for now, okay, so select those and those and move them up. Move them closer like this, and maybe we need to select those and those, the corners, and scale them with the shift like this. Yep, scale them towards the center like this. Yeah, and maybe we can actually, it looks weird a little bit. Let's go to the front. Yeah, it's super high, so select this again and select those, and maybe make them look like this, move them down. Okay, I think now it's looking kind of what we need. And now select those and move those up. So it will look like this again. So now we can select, yeah, we can make a polyline from here to 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 here. You can create your own unique, let's say, style of this. Okay, but for now it will look like this. Okay, and maybe we can actually, I would like to select all of this and select this right here to show uh, their their control points, and simply select those. No, I would like only to select those and select those and select those two and move them up a little, and those and up a little, so it will look like this. By the way, it's way much wider than we need, so maybe we need to select those and move them toward the inside like this, and maybe select those. Again, this is your own personal design, so you can create your own unique design and see where you can go with it. And after you finish what you need, you can simply go to the sub D and select the multi pipe, set multi pipe like this, and 2, and enter. The division is 1. I will show you why 1. So now we created this thing right here. So this is the beginning of something should be really interesting. This is y1. As you can see, this is, if you remove this thing will be much smoother. So again, if you removed all of this thing will look much smoother, but 1 will give it a little bit of let's say a more straight looking. So that's 1. If I hit 2, for instance, if I selected this and removed it and select all of them, by the way, make them group, because you don't want to sorry, make them groups, group, because it will be easier to manipulate them. And also, while they are group, you can uh, edit their control points. But for now, let's make them group like this, and simply go to again multi sub D multi pipe, and it's 2. The radius is 2. I think the radius was fine. Cap is on and off, it doesn't matter. And here hit 0, so the 0 will look like this. Maybe you will like this style. I wasn't very fan of it, so it wasn't my best. So I made it 2. I'm sorry, I made it 1. So again, sub D 2 as a radius, and make it 1. So it will give me more of a straight looking. Okay, so now the second thing you need to do, actually, before I move on, I need to add let's say a member in here, because I want it to hold these two with these two. So before I move on, I will remove this and add a line in here and in here, and another line in here and in here. I will. Does it? Didn't work. Okay. Again, another line in here and in here. Okay, so I will simply group this again and click and solid, not solid, sub D and pipe and enter, 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 enter. Okay, so yeah, that's perfect. Again, I will simply select those curves and move them away, or hide them, or maybe add them to another level, another layer. So I will keep them in here and hide them. Those should be the curves. Okay, and hide them. Okay, so now I have this. I would like to connect those two with these. So I will simply go to here, select these and bevel. Bevel this should be 2 segments, because I want it to be 2. By the way, work on the flat, because it will give you a sense of what you are doing. So this looks like a squares, so okay, that's fine. Again, I would like to do the same in here, but instead of 2, I want it 1 only. Okay, and again, move it closer like this, so it will look like a square or something. And after you did this, you can simply select those faces, one right here and one right here, and bridge. Okay, and select this one right here and one right here and bridge, so it will look like this. So it will look like this member is supporting those. We can simply go to select none and select this sub D and reflect what we have done in here. Sub D and reflect from this point to this point and keep this side. Okay, and after that select it again and ignore the reflection. So this is what we have done so far. Maybe we can make this up a little, because it's, you know, it's too straight. We need to go to, yeah, I think this way is fine. Select whatever happens in here and select those as well and move them up a little. Let's go to the right view. Yeah, move them up a little. Yep. So if I go to here, you can say it looks like this. Maybe we can move them one more way up. Yeah, I think it looks fine that way. By the way, now we can select those and those. We can add yeah, no, we need those, and add insert sub the edge loop, make it proportional and make it in the middle, and again do the same thing in here in the middle. Come on. The gumball sometimes is annoying. Okay, and in the middle. Okay, so and simply select all of these new curves that you created and just make them up. Yeah, just to give you the hint of the curve. It will look like it's bending up, so it will look like this. Okay, now I would like to create let's say the openings in here and in here, and all of these things that we would like to create. So how should we do that? First thing you need to know is when you select when you select those, sometimes it will select perfectly like this, and sometimes it will not select perfectly, because as you can see it's you know, moving from another loop to another, something like that, and this is not what you want. So for the straightforward like this, we can select these and we can select these, and I think we can select these and we can select these. We can simply add crease to those, so it will look like this. We can do the same in here. We can select those and move move to this and select this. Move to this, to this, to this. Come on. So, and after you select all of this, add crease. So now you will have your opening of the stadium. By the way, let's just go to the rendered. Yeah, it looks fine. Maybe you can go to the environment and add some environments. Import. I like the gem one so much. Where is the gem? Come on, show yourself. Yeah, this one. And double click. Yeah, it looks much better, but of course I would like to see the ground, and the ground should be at 0. Okay, and yeah. It looks very nice. Maybe with a little bit of sun. This is too much sun. Yeah. That's exactly what I want. It looks, at the sunset or something. Okay, let's move on. Let's continue what we are doing. So now I would like to get this void right here. Actually, you know what? Let's create an interesting connection right here. Maybe this one with something in here. Maybe it will look nice. Let's try. If it looks nice, I will keep it. Okay, so let's make this a bevel. Okay, and yeah, it's too much bevel. Bevel it a little bit. Yep, just like that. And simply get this face with this face and bridge. No, it doesn't look nice. Okay, let's keep it like this. Um, by the way, my original set of curves. Let's go to here. And simply go to wireframe. I'm sorry, to shaded and preview off. Yeah. Yeah, this is my original set of curves. Maybe I can ungroup it just to see. This is the original one, and this is the second one. Actually, this one looks nice. Yeah, I think we should try this one. What do you think? Let's go back to here and move this one away and show the curves again. Okay, I think, yeah, let's ungroup everything. Again, ungroup, so ungroup. Yep, this one. No, I don't like this one. Okay, so it was, let's see it in here. Yeah, this one. Yep, it was much interesting in here. So now we have those, we have this, and we have those two curves. and we have this one. So after that, you can add this. It's confusing with this color, so I will make it gold, make it blue. Yeah, blue should be clear. Start from here to here to here and to here. Yep, maybe we should hide this. Now we are familiar with the curves. Yeah, so now this is fine, and after that we can add a small ones right here. Okay, to just so now if I simply go to sub D multi-pipeline to okay. So yeah, this is closer to what I created uh, earlier. Again, we can select all of this, but ignore the sub D and group, and make sure that they are all in the curves and ignore them. Okay, so now I will ignore this because this is much better. And again, I will do the same. Select those curves, bevel those into two. I'm sorry, the segments should be two. And yeah, make those like this, and select those, bevel those one segment. Yep, like this, smaller, and simply select again, just quick one. Okay, and select this mirror, reflect from this point to this point, and keep this side. Okay, and simply select it again and right click on here, so you remove whatever you done. Move, select those, move them a little bit up. Okay, and okay, so this is the stadium so far. Again, let's select something like this. Double click, you will select this edge with this edge with this edge and with this edge with this edge. Double click and double click. Okay, so now those, and also this one as well. Again, select those, double click, select this, double click, and select this, and double click, and this. So add crease to all of this, and this one will be a little bit tricky, so I will double click on it. So I will get to here. After that, I will select this and move on to there and select this. So if I go to crease, you can see that I add a crease right here, but it looks weird. No, I will try again. So let's select this and select this one. Okay, and select the one in the top. I think it should look much better. And select this one with this one. Okay, and add crease. Yeah, this one is looks way much better. Yeah, I can do the same, or I can simply reflect from the middle to the middle and keep this side, and simply right click again and remove whatever we did. Okay, so after that, this is great looking. After that, select all the creases that you created, all of them. I think how much time now? It's, yeah, it's almost It's almost 100 minutes, so it's too much time, but it's okay. So we will ignore this, and yeah, I would like to see if there's any comments. No, not yet. Okay. And again, select all the creases. All the creases like this, and simply bevel. But the bevel, when you bevel, I would like to keep the creases and the segments. Okay, let's keep them one for now. But go to the flat mode, so it will be easier to work with it, and simply select something like that. Okay, so now after we did this, let's see how it looks in the rendered mode. Yeah, it looks, yeah, much fine, especially if we showed this or maybe baked it. Yeah, it looks much fine. I like this, this kind of lighting. Maybe I should use it more. Anyway, let's continue. My voice is going away. So let's go to the shaded mode again. After that, I would like to create the surfaces that will cover all of these faces. So first of all, I would like to separate them. So let's select extract. Before I extract, I will simply select this, and maybe I can select face loop and select on these edges. Come on. Okay, this one. Actually, double click should be fine. Double click like this is faster than searching for a specific uh, curve to click on it. So now we selected all of this. We can select this one as well, and simply extract those surfaces so they are alone. Okay, so after that, all I need to do is hide this for now. And actually, I'm sorry. I should group this. Okay, so I will select all of this and group it and hide it. Okay, and after that, there is something really important in here, because I would like to create a surface to cover all of this. So let's select the curves right here, and the top curves in those. Okay, and there's something called fill subd hole. He will consider them as a holes, so he will fill them. So if I said the style should be automatic, for now okay, it's okay to be automatic, so let's hit it. And after hit it, you can see that it's not creased. It's we need to make it crease. So while you are selecting all of this, you will simply hit add crease, so you will go back to normal, and again separate them. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to extract the mesh. Ignore the mesh. Extract those surfaces. Come on. He doesn't extract them. I'm sorry. We need to extract them. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's one more time. Double click. Double click. Double click. I'll do those and mirror them. Okay, after I simply fill the hole. Okay, automatic. Okay, and simply crease, and after creasing, extract. Yep, that's perfect. So after this, you can see that they are looking flat. So I would like to make them kind of interesting. So I will select this vertex in the middle and move it up a little so it looks buffy and or curvy or something. So that's perfect. After that, we can simply select this three and mirror. mirror from this point to this point. Okay, and I will do the same thing in here, but in here it will be a little bit tricky. We can select the inside because it will look weird if we selected the outside. And again, fill sub the hole, automatic, do this at crease and extract. After extraction, we can show, maybe mirror before we show. Okay, and show everything. So as you can see, it's interfering with the structure. So again, select those 2 points and make them up a little. So yeah, it looks actually more up, and move them away so it will looks like this. Maybe not so much. Actually, let's go to make this layer in here. Okay, add them to another layer. Let's select these faces. Okay, and add them to this layer, which is layer 2. We will call them anything later. Okay, and okay, let's make them plastic maybe, but I would like to make them a little bit transparent like this, maybe with the color black. Okay, but more transparency. We will see how they look in the rendered mode. Yep, they will look like this. Maybe more transparency. Actually, less transparency, but make it gray, white gray. Okay, less transparency. Yeah, actually, it looks nice. Yep. Yep, they look nice. Maybe this one is buffy more than what we need. We need to move it down a little, just a little bit. Come on, come on, none. Yes, the sub the vertex, just a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so it will look like this, and rendered. Yep, this is so much what we did so far. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it's really interesting, and of course there we will continue work on it and move forward from this approach to add more of let's say parametric patterns or something like that. Let me know what you need to learn more in or where do you want this to go. So thank you so much. Let's go back to here. Again, this is my channel. As you can see, we have all of these series. So many asked me to do this one, explain this one, so I will consider it in the near future. So thank you. Also, this is my Patreon. You can find it in here with my all of social media. This is my Patreon. You can join and get access to all of the files. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button. And thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it and have a nice day.